Hollywood stars took to social media on Monday to pay tribute to Margot Kidder, the film and television actress best known for playing Lois Lane in 1978's Superman. Kidder died at the age of 69 on Sunday, according to the Franzen Davis Funeral Home in Livingston, Montana. In addition to her starring role in Superman, she also starred alongside Robert Redford in The Great Waldo Pepper and Richard Pryor in Some Kind of Hero. A number of stars took to social media to pay tribute to the late actress. Kumail Nanjiani reflected on her film Black Christmas, while Mark Hamill wrote, "She was one of the kindest, sweetest, most caring woman I've ever known." Mark McClure, who played Jimmy Olsen in the Superman films, paid tribute to Kidder in a statement, "Margie was one of the strongest women I've ever known. She and Christopher Reeve were polar opposites. He was a Juilliard-trained actor. She was a cowgirl. She came from a farm. It was like city meets country. But she spoke her mind. She was so tough. She stood up for people. She protected me on the set. I was just a kid at the time. And she stood up for Richard Donner, too, when he got fired after the first Superman, right before we finished shooting Superman 2. Barely see her in Superman 3, Lois Lane gets a bikini and goes on vacation in that movie because Margie was so upset about what happened to Richard. But we were all like a family. All of us who survived, we stayed in touch. 40 years later, Margie and I were still friends. That doesn't happen very often in this business," Richard Donner, who was Kidder's director and producer on Superman, said in a statement. "Margot's passing is a very painful loss. There was only one true Lois Lane. There was only one true Margot Kidder. Extraordinarily creative, artistic and humorous." An overused statement, but totally true. She touched everyone she met and everyone she worked with. Troubled life, which she overcame through grace. These are difficult words to write so simply. "You'll be so very missed, my dear Margot." Read on to see what others are saying about Kidder. Rip Margot Kidder. One of my favorite movies of hers is the original Black Christmas. It introduced some elements that are now genre tropes and she's fantastic in it. Kumail Nanjiani, at Kumail, May 14, 2018. So sad to hear about the death of icon. She was a lovely and fierce gal. Off-screen she was one of the kindest, sweetest, most caring woman I've ever known. I'll miss you. Elijah Wood, at Elijah Wood, May 14, 2018. My Lois Lane has passed away. Rip Margot Kidder. Thank you for my favorite movie ever. pic.twitter.com/doomxwoogie. Mark Miller, at Mark Miller, May 14, 2018. The Lois Lane she created had so much strength, humor and vulnerability that she became as much a part of what made the movie work as the wonderful Chris Reeve, Gene Hackman and others. There are no supermen, or women. It is not a character deficiency to acknowledge such struggles and get the help and treatment you need. rippic.twitter.com/ZD6RB3CZoo. David Axelrod, at David Axelrod, May 14, 2018. Sad to hear of the passing of Margot Kidder. A spark of vivacious life in all of her films. I loved her in cult horrors, Sisters, and Black Christmas. And of course she remains the best Lois Lane in the magical Superman. Rip to a unique screen presence. pic.twitter.com/bev7saw3. Edgar Wright, at Edgar Wright, May 14, 2018. I rewatched all the Superman the movie extras when we were prepping on Powers, and Margot Kidder's audition is a perfect moment for the perfect actor. Superman footage, the casting of Lois Lane, https://t.co/Wikipedia at YouTube, Brian Michael Bendis, at Brian Bendis, May 14, 2018. The Reeve family and foundation are deeply saddened by the loss of Margot Kidder. Fly high, our friend, shine bright.